Hello world, Wendy from Cali here, back with another Mixed Mani chat. Today is a special one because Stacy Sassy Styles, aka Stacy Sassy Crew, aka Stacy Adams, had this brilliant idea for all of us who are part of the crew, if you know, you know, to do an Asian heritage, Pacific Islander heritage inspired mixed mani in honor of one of the color street stylists that I support, Shannon. And so I'm doing one today. More specifically, I am kind of making it very much like also honoring my Chinese heritage. Both my parents immigrated from China and I am American born Chinese. So of course, you know, I had to ask my mom, what colors are representative of Chinese, like, folks? Duh, with the red, right? I've got Beijing Beauty here, but she also said gold, and so, of course, I had to break out Cocktail Hour from the first Color Street Color Play box. I still have these. Hopefully they still work. Color Street is a one-time use application type deal, and you can see that I resealed these. Used them way back in December when I first got the box, but I'm hoping that they still work. In fact, most of the sets that were from that box I'm using today. Hashtag exclusive Midnight in Manhattan. I've got the leftovers from that box, and then I've got Roaring Good Time. This box too, my Auntie Carol won when she supported my little beauty social during that time, and so it's really cool to just bring those sets back out for use. But Stacy sent all of us these nail stickers, and I'm very excited to use them, but I'm also very nervous because I've heard experience with these. They don't lie down on the nails very well. I do have really big man hand, large nail beds, so I'm hoping that I have a different experience with using them. But I do have Crystal Couture, which I'm going to throw over some of the nails, as well as, of course, Roaring Good Time, and Clear as Day. I have a few leftovers there too. I'm hoping that this mani stays on me for a few days, because I do know that I'm going to be changing it out Tuesday night. I have a business event on Wednesday, and I want more like low-key professional nails versus a mixed mani. So I will likely put on Bloody Gorgeous, because come on, we're in spooky season, and Bloody Gorgeous is just like its namesake, Bloody Gorgeous. So anyways, with all that said, the only thing I have underneath or on my nails right now before I throw on the sets is this top coat, which I'm using as a base coat. This is I&M Northern Lights, Out the Door. Bless you, Panda. Hologram top coat in gold, because again, when I asked my mom what colors represent Chinese, she said red and gold. So I had to have gold. And it's kind of cool, coincidence or not, my background for the season is kind of a gold fall kind of vibes color. So yeah, with that said, let's get started. I don't exactly have very much planned. Like, I don't know what it's going to look like. So you're all going to go through the journey with me. I know I wanted to use a bunch of sets, but I don't know how yet. So it's just going to come together as I do my nails. But look at Exo Stacy. This came with the little nail stickers. And she gave me 3 of them. I don't know if she did that with everyone, but I'm excited because I don't plan on using all of these. The ones that call to me the most are the dragon stickers, because my dad was born the year of the dragon, and I want to honor him as well. He's not doing his best. We thought he was getting better, but then still not quite there. So Let's give all the healing vibes out there, all the good vibes, send it all out. But yes, alright, so let me just start opening sets because I'm wasting time chit-chatting with y'all. Sometimes I just forget that I'm here to do nails and not just to talk. And that's okay, because why not? But yes, so I'm not going to use the prep pads, nor am I going to use the file that's included in the set. I save these typically to give to my nieces. They love playing with them, so you know, it's nice to just keep them for when they want to play with them. I have a ton of them because I opened up so many sets for using on mixed manis. But yeah, alright, so let's open up Beijing Beauty. I thought I had 2 sets of these. I don't quite recall where I put the second set. I'll find it eventually, but it was kind of weird to like go into my binder for binder number 8, currently available Color Street nail sets, and I was only able to find 1 Beijing Beauty. I was like, wait, I seem to be missing something. Ooh, I do need a nail stick though for Crystal Couture because it's the very first time I'm using Crystal Couture. And you know what? I don't think I've ever used Beijing Beauty besides, fun fact, Beijing Beauty was the twosie that Camille, another Color Street stylist that I support or have supported in the past, she sent me. She's the very first stylist that I've interacted with because my cousin Jennifer invited me to her beauty social, which used to just be called Nail Bars, but now they're beauty socials because Color Street sells makeup now. So anyways, for those that are watching, if you are into Color Street, you already know this. For those who are watching that are not into Color Street, well, now you know. So I did the 10-day twosie challenge with a Beijing Beauty twosie. So I don't have a nail stick with Beijing Beauty because I've only ever worn it with that challenge. And so I need to make my nail stick. And another Color Street stylist that I support, Stoddard, is the one who I got this idea from to make nail sticks of the sets that I've used so that I can kind of just keep track. And it's super fun to look back because I have a very large collection and I've only learned about Color Street 2 years ago. So 2021, when my cousin Jennifer invited me to her nail bar beauty social, that's when I learned about Color Street. And now, fast forward 2 years later, my sister-in-law Carla is a Color Street stylist working under, she signed up under Shannon, so, you know, it's kind of cool to support my sister-in-law, and in turn support Shannon at the same time. So I love that. But yes, I went on a tangent and rambled, and now I'm like, where am I? Opening sets. I am opening sets for this mani. I have a feeling this is definitely going to be a 2-parter, only because I'm going to be cutting stuff and using lots of different sets. So more than likely, we are going to go into 2 parts. Hopefully not 3 parts, because I haven't done a 3-parter since my very first video, and that was only a 3-parter because I don't know why, but my videos were like cut super short. Yeah, I'm still figuring out why my phone does that. I haven't discovered the reason. If any of you all know why my phone would want to cut the videos short versus letting it run all the way through, let me know. I do have like 16 gigs on my phone, and I clear like the stuff on my phone like all the time to make space in order to be able to record the videos. But still, with all that said and done, my phone likes to cut it off at the 38-minute and 48 seconds mark. Don't know why, but if you do know, comment below and let me know if randomly some IT person, tech savvy person is watching this and know how I can fix that. That would be lovely. But then again, it's kind of like having episodes of something to watch. So instead of having a full-on hour and some minutes, you're watching it in 2 parts. Maybe that's better, especially for those that are watching on your lunch break or whatever at work. Yeah, I don't know. But anyways, too much talk, more action. Let's go. So I know I want to have red and gold on every nail, but I don't know exactly how yet. And I'm thinking I need to have at least one that is like a Stacy slant. Shout out to Stacy. I'm thinking my ring finger is going to be the Stacy slant. And so let's get started with that, shall we? Might as well get it on there. And the stickers, I've been told I need to throw something over it, and that's why I have Crystal Couture. I'm going to be throwing over some of them, as well as Clear as Day. Hopefully all the old sets are going to work. Again, one-time use application, no guarantee if you reseal them for later they're going to work, but I'm going to try. It's always worth a shot. Alright. It's been super hot in Southern California. I'm not liking it. Totally not my fall vibes that I was digging when we first started having the fall weather. So I'm hoping that the weather will lighten up a bit and get cooler. So yeah, that's the one thing about California right now that I'm just like not loving. It's hot weather for fall is just not cool, literally. I want my fall weather. Fall is my favorite season. So, okay, let's see. Going to just place it. Why not? Let's just place it. It's not going to be very, straight, but you know what? We're going to lay over cocktail hour over it anyways, so it's not going to matter, is it? But I do want to cover, I'm one of those that I have to cover all of the white of my nail, or else I get really pissy about it. So I need to figure out how to lay this over it so that I'm going to cover what I want to cover. It's been quite a weird week this week, so I had to be in the office every day to manage the office. Weird stuff happened at the office while I have an earlier schedule now, and you know, after I had left the office on Thursday, some of my employees had to deal with some weird stuff happening. And so, yeah, I'm not going to go into details because I'm not going to do it. But anyways, just more stuff to deal with. Being a owner of a property, I don't know how you homeowners are able to like deal with when you guys have stuff happening, like just dealing with it in stride, because we're dealing with some stuff at our office that I'm like, dude, like I don't know what I'm doing. I am not adult enough to know what is happening. So yeah, anyways, but also weird is, you know, earlier in the week, my pops went to his doctor's appointment, and they said, oh, you know, things are looking fine. Let's take that catheter out and see if you can pee on your own. And long story short, still not able to do it. And so he had to go back to the hospital and get it reinserted. And then he had a doctor's appointment on, let's see, trying to put this while I'm talking. On Friday, and they did an imaging of his bladder because they thought maybe he couldn't pee because perhaps he has some stones. But the imaging came back and no stones. So now we're back to square one. They're saying his prostate's not enlarged enough where they believe it would, you know, like cancer or anything like that. Which, you know, my pops did have to deal with that back in 2019 when he had his heart attack. And then he was one that didn't, you know, like going to the doctor often for checkups. And so after he had his heart attack, he had a ton of checkups. And then, you know, found out there was a tumor in his prostate. We were able to holistically shrink it, which was amazing. But now it's like almost like a repeat of 2019 all over again. And we're not quite sure what's happening. Ooh, I left a little spot there, but that's okay. You know what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick... I'm going to put a little strip of hashtag exclusive Midnight in Manhattan over there just to cover it up. Because I can. Because, look, it's the perfect size. But first, let's put the gold on. Because I was going to put gold. And I was going to throw it as a... I wanted that little thin strip. So let's do it. Let's just do it. But yes, so kind of just dealing with the unknown right now with my dad. So those of you who knew him, keep him in your thoughts and prayers. I get it, you know, we all get old. And especially if you don't take good care of your health when you are young and vibrant, it's gonna come and get you at the end. And so that's what my dad is dealing with right now. He doesn't make the best choices as far as what he eats, and it's not helpful that like he'll just eat whatever he's handed. And sometimes my mom won't, like, she doesn't really understand nutrition. And sometimes, you know, it's like a lot of the things that they're used to eating, that they grew up eating, are not good for health. Everything in moderation is fine, I guess. I shouldn't say everything, but most things in moderation are fine. But it's really taking its toll on me sometimes to think about. I know I'm not going to have my parents forever, and I know a lot of folks have already lost their parents. People my age have lost their parents. So I get it's inevitable. The only guarantees death and taxes. But yeah, I'm just don't want to think about it, but I also have to think about it because we're trying to figure out what's going on with my dad and trying to help him resolve it in the best way we could. Because if the doctors mention anything about the surgery, he's gonna say absolutely not, and that is that. So that is what we're dealing with right now. Alright, I've got that laid down, and then I want to use this Midnight in Manhattan strip to lay down on the other side. The reason why I wanted to use Midnight in Manhattan with my mixed mani this week is because it kind of helps tie in the black stickers too. So Plus the contrast of red, black, and gold is iconic. And I love seeing manis with these colors. So, about time I had one too. Oh, oh, oh. I just gotta be able to place this down properly and not cover up too much of the red. There we go. I found this background music on YouTube that's like, I was like looking for Chinese copyright-free music, and this music actually reminds me very much of songs that my parents listened to. So good job, YouTube, whoever uploaded this. It does say traditional Chinese, and then it has like Chinese characters, which I totally can't read, even though I took Chinese. I took Mandarin in college for 2 years. I'm still not able to recognize characters very well, unless at a Chinese restaurant, but that's only because I love food. So, of course, I'm going to recognize Chinese characters for specific types of foods. Alright, here we go. That is really beautiful, actually. Alright, let's get these on. I've loved seeing all the different ways the people that are supporting Shannon and are part of Stacy's Sassy crew. I love how they are using these stickers. Like, everybody's mixed mani is different, and that is totally, totally awesome. And I'm kind of glad I waited to do mine very last minute. All of us are posting our nail fees in Shannon's group today, kind of to just share how much we love her. And, you know, the biggest reason is, you know, she was in the running. The Color Street stylists had some kind of contest going for, like, the top 5 sellers, or the top 5 stylists who make the most sales during a certain period, will be able to make their own or design their own, like, nail set. And Shannon really, really, really wanted to win this. And she was absolutely so close. Like, she came in 6th and only by, like, a couple hundred. And that's, to me, just awesome, but also so devastating. Like, you were so close, you know, and just, you know, she really had wanted to create a set that was in honor of and inspired by Asian and Pacific Islander Heritage Month. That was like her goal had she made top 5. And so in honor of her and in honor of what she wanted to do, had she won, we are all doing our own twist and our own creation with these awesome stickers that Stacy had mailed to all of us. And so I totally, like, it's not really, like, fully looking the same. And I see this little edge here that I missed that I'm like, I know is gonna bug me. No one's gonna see that edge except me, but it's like one of those where it's like, I'll file it down later. Anyways, so yes. So that is why we have these stickers, and that is why we are all doing our mixed manis, and we're posting them on Shannon's page. And so yes, this is going to be mine, and this one's not going to have, my ring finger's not going to have any, whatchamacallit, it's not going to have any, nail sticker. And in fact, I think I'm going to use Crystal Couture. I was going to use Roaring good time, but I think it's going to look better with Crystal Couture. So let's do that. Like I said at the beginning of this video, I don't have a set like idea plan in my head on how I'm going to do this. It's all organically coming together as I'm doing this. So if it's a bother, I'm sorry if I'm like all over the place. Sometimes I am just very all over the place, and yeah. I am who I am. Here we go. All right. Crystal Couture is beautiful, and I probably will grab another one or two of these. I love overlays because you can just throw them over anything, like any color, any set. And I wanted to have just the one first to try it out. And so it is absolutely gorgeous. And I love mixing gold and silver. So the holographic little glitter bits are silver, while the other strips and the top coat that I use as a base coat is gold. I know, like, in jewelry and stuff like that, typically you don't mix metals, but when I was growing up, loved Italian gold because it was like 3 different shades of gold in one, like, jewelry piece. And so I've always liked that whole mixed color vibe. So don't at me. All right. Grow up, Wendy. Grow up. No. Yeah, I don't want to leave Neverland. Okay. Anyways. It's that time of the month. I know. It's like TMI. But it is that time of the month. It came yesterday while I was at work, and I literally had to struggle through my work day. I was feeling all the cramps, headaches, like absolutely miserable, but I made it through my work day. And then coming home, like originally Panda and I had plans for a specific dinner, but then the drive home was kind of long because of traffic, unusual heavy traffic patterns. And we got off of the freeway and we were very close by a birria place. And he was like, "Hey, didn't you mention you wanted birria?" I'm like, yeah. It was like a week or so ago I mentioned it. And I thought he wasn't like listening to me because he's like, whatever, when I said it. But then it stuck in his head. And so we ended up getting birria. So good. Like, when Aunt Flo is in town and you're like feeling weak and like headachy and all that stuff, the comfort of birria and consomme completely hits the spot. And agua de sandia, watermelon agua fresca. I'll tell you, like, I slept like a baby last night. Like, it was exactly what I needed. All right, so we got that one nail done. What are we doing with the rest? I know I want to do the dragons. I think I'm going to make sure I get the nail decals on first before I do the rest of my nails. So I'm going to make sure these 2 fingers are here. Is it 2 fingers, or maybe I'll just do the one? I got to figure out, because these are sort of big, but not really. And I'm thinking, how am I going to do my nail fee? That's always important too, is how am I going to do the nail fee? Because if I do it like this, the dragon will need to be like this. But then when I look at it like this, the dragon will be upside down. For me. For others who are looking at my nails, if I go like this, then it's not upside down. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to throw the dragon on like this. And then the next question is, Do I put the dragon over the red, or do I do it on my nail right here? And that is the decision I have to make right now, because that is what I have to do. So I think what I want to do is I'm going to do, what am I going to do? Oh my god, I can't think. I think I'm going to do it over the red. Final answer. Let's do this. Let's do this. We got this. Alright. I'm pretty sure it'll show up, because I've seen other folks use it, and I've seen it show up. So let's do it. Let's just do it. Beijing Beauty really is a very pretty red. I also really liked Baton Rouge, which was a pedicure set that was red. That was really nice too, but they've retired. They've retired them, so I don't know if they'll bring back next year or not. They've been doing a lot of bringing back throwbacks and all of that, so hoping that they do. There's something just amazing about a classic red. If you ever ask me, and you know, Camille was the first Color Street stylist that I knew of and supported, and she asked me what my favorite color as far as nails go, red. I mean, there's just something amazingly beautiful about red nails. So very classic. And I'm very happy to have a reason to throw on the red nails for this challenge. Well, it's not really a challenge, but this... what do we call this? Somebody comment below. What do we call this? What are we doing? We are... I know we're honoring Shannon, but it's like, what do you call that? We're doing it collectively. Alright, but anyways. Oh, here we go. Alright. Can you see that? I can, but it's like almost like hard to see. Alright, let's see how I'm going to throw the gold. Probably... that's the one thing about these cut strips, is that you really can't do very much with them as far as trying to make a French tip or whatever. So I'm going to make a line. I'm going to use the nail tape-esque line to throw. Let's see, hold on. Let's throw it over this way. And see if I can save that second part of the strip and throw it over the other way. I'm trying really hard to figure out ways to secure that sticker down so that it doesn't lift. And I wanted to save this. To perhaps use on the other side. I did it. Now the question is, do I put Crystal Couture over all that, or do I put Clear as Day? Oh, what are you doing here? You do not belong there. There we go. I feel like Crystal Couture would look beautiful on that, so that's what we're gonna do. Yikes! So, as I mentioned, it's pretty warm here in Southern California, even at this hour. This early morning hour of 8 a.m. right now. It is still flippin' warm, and so I have the fan on, and so that's why you saw my nail stickers go flying, because the fan decided to blow it. But yeah, here we go. Alright, smooth that down. I can tell how some of the other folks that are doing their manis with these stickers have talked about how the stickers are lifting even underneath a strip like that. So I'm hoping that because my nails are much bigger, I'm not going to have to deal with it lifting on the sides. But now what I have to deal with are the Color Street strips possibly lifting on the side. And I totally didn't even think about that when I laid that down, that I should have left a little bit of space over by the cuticles for that very reason. So let's just chop it. Chop it before it starts lifting. The thing with Color Street, if you are new to using Color Street, you want to make sure you don't have any of it on your skin. If you have it on your skin, it's going to lift, and if you're like me, I love to run my hands through my hair like a bajillion times a day. It will get caught in your hair, and that is the most annoying thing in the world. And so you want to make sure that it's not touching your skin so that it doesn't lift. If you get it on your nails just right, you can literally have a Color Street mani last for weeks. I've seen people do it. If you're not like a picky person about grow out, you can literally, and especially if you use the glitter dipped sets, do your mani and have it on for like 3 weeks or a month even. I've seen folks do that challenge where they keep one set on for like a long time. Oop! See, I knew it! I knew it! This is gonna be a 2-parter. Oh gosh, it better not be a 3-parter. I apologize in advance if you are watching this and you are like, oh my gosh. Put a dragon emoji below if you've watched this far. This is part 1. We are moving on to part 2. But yes.